All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a little bit of impromptu Q&A tonight. My Street Fighter session ended up ending short because I couldn't find anyone to play for like the last 20-25 minutes, so we're just going to kind of sit here and talk for a little bit. Thanks to everyone who was here for Street Fighter and who did support the stream. We still need 6 more likes to hit 100 likes on this stream. It would be great if we could do that. It is a record that we've been trying to do all year, and it would be a shame if it ended tonight. And of course, any further support would be greatly appreciated because the support, we didn't even hit the tier 1 tip goal. It would be great to have more, all right? So what do you guys want to talk about? Downtime Elephant says maybe next week start with the Xbox. We could, if we want to see what we can do and see if we can find lobbies and or ranked matches on the Xbox. Maybe we should do that next week, just for variety's sake, I guess. Maybe we'll do that. Nabiki's other half says, sad that King of Fighters 15 didn't pan out. I was looking forward to your coverage. And me too. You saw I played it, what was it, 4 major streams? How is it that by the 4th stream I can't even find people online? It's like, are you shitting me? That game is destined to fail. And I feel like it's because, number one, I hate to say it, it's kind of like fifth fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your Street Fighters, you got your Tekkens, you got your Mortal Kombat / Injustice, then you got kind of your anime-ish fighters like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Melty Blood, yada, yada, yada. Then you have your fringe Dragon Ball fighter over here, and it's like, oh yeah, way under there's King of Fighters. And it just sucks because at one point, King of Fighters was actually prominent. It was. In the 90s, it was considered a competitor, a major competitor to the other games. And then it just kind of fell out. You know what it is? It went through the ringer. You know, SNK got bought out by Playmore, and then there was issues there. They got sued at one point for a character that they thought looked like Akira. So King of Fighters kind of got sued into oblivion, went away for a while, then it came back. What a shame. Because like I said, the game was fun to play. Then I can't find anyone, and the few people that I could play are all doing this cheesy meta build, which is just little hot punch, little hot punch. Oh, I hit you once, 70% combo. Okay, I don't want to play anymore. Like, literally, when that happened, I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I know the end of the game is bad. So, it's just a sadly bad game, no player base, bad connections after a week. It's like the triple whammy of what am I going to do? If the game had more offline content, I probably would have kept playing it, but there's no offline content. They had no story, no challenge mode, nothing. Like, what the fuck? What a shame. Oh, man. Let's see. No, I don't make any dank drink combos. I don't even know what that means. No, I'm not taking a DNA test. They should do a collection for the King of Fighters games to Swanky. That would be interesting if they did a King of Fighters collection and all it was the various versions of the game, you know, ported like they did with this collection with Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Yeah, they could do that. The thing is, it would be way more games. You think about it, you got 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, and then didn't they go on hiatus? Or was it 2001 and then it went on hiatus? Then it became, they started like numbering them, and then they went on hold and they were coming back. It was so, I think it was King of Fighters, if it was 2001 or 2, and then it was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? Yeah. A collection would be a good idea. I don't know if they would want to sell 27 games in the collection, but I guess it's 15 games, right? But a collection of the older games might work. That would be pretty cool, actually, with challenges and stuff built in. But they'd probably get Digital Eclipse to do it, and it would be bare bones. I would like to play the classic ones online. That would be pretty cool. They've never had online play for those classic games before. Yeah. Dulcim's Elephant says, remember when you played through the arcade modes on the Street Fighter collection on the hardest difficulties? Would you consider doing that again and picking different characters? I mean, would you want me to see you do that? I don't know if anyone would care. It was cool as a gimmick when the game came out, because it was me giving you a tour of Street Fighter and kind of showing you the history of Street Fighter growing up when I was playing it in arcades and the differences between them. But would you really want to see that again? I don't know. Only if people want it, but I don't know if people would want that. Oh yeah, they did do that for PS2, King of Fighters, the Orochi Saga, apparently. If it's the Orochi Saga, then it was probably the first, 3 games? 94, 95, 96, 97. That was the Orochi Saga. I guess technically you could throw in 98, which is a dream match, and you could have 5 games in one collection. Oh god, King of Fighters Maximum Impact. Isn't that what killed it for a while? Because people didn't like that one. They thought that King of Fighters Maximum Impact was essentially the same as like Mortal Kombat jumping the shark for a while, and people realized it was like, okay, forget this, it's not competitive, right? Do I miss regulars we used to have on Twitch? I miss everyone who didn't come over. I wish everyone came over to us with us to YouTube. But there's some people that like literally they're like, I just watch streams on Twitch. So if you're not on Twitch, I'm not gonna watch you. I don't even care if I like you. I watch streams on Twitch. So there's nothing I can do about that. Excuse me. It was 94 up to 98, that collection. Cool, that's a good collection. Those are the ones I played in arcades. After that, they were never in arcades here ever again. So I ended up having to play them either emulated or later on, like, you know, ports much later on. Sucker surprise, what's going on? He says, Twitch regular, check it in. What's up, sucker? What's up, sucker? One of the fans on my stupid PC is loud right now. Seriously, it's like seriously loud. Hold on a second. Why is it that loud? Is it dying? Maybe I have a fan that's dying. It's neither of those. Damn, it's on the inside, I think. Yeah. That shit is loud. Well, there's not much I can do about that. I mean, I've been using this PC constantly on a daily basis ever since I got it in 2014. So, I mean, 8 years. Something's about to wear out. Sure sounds like it. And that's coming from the back. All my other fans sometimes make noise, but I've never had noise coming out of the back before. Damn. Whatever. You guys can't really hear it, right? I don't think you can. Jim the Frog, I kind of agree with you about Ask the King running its course, but every time I try to retire it, people demand it. So then I end up doing it again. Oh, thank you guys. We hit 100 likes. We hit the likes goal for the night. I appreciate that. Yes, that's correct, Crimson Tide. If you remember, on average, this wasn't all the time, but on average on Twitch, probably, you know, new release stream, we get around 400 to 500 viewers. If it was a hot new release and it was like release day, you get up to 1,000. And every once in a while, there'd be a reason a lot of people would attend the stream to get around 1,000 viewers. Here, it's way less. It's just been way less since I moved to YouTube, and there's nothing I can do about that. There's way less people watching streams on YouTube, you know. What can I do? Marty says, am I enjoying Elden Ring right now more than any previous FromSoft game, or is it on par? You know, it's kind of unique, and here's why. With previous FromSoft games, you would always have this, what was considered a, how do I explain it, kind of like a curated experience. And what I mean by that is, as you're going through these stages, everyone's going to have a very similar experience. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's going to run into the same enemy, the same trap. Everyone will handle it differently. But essentially, it's the same game for everyone who plays it. This game is not that at all. Depending on where you go, what order you go, how you encounter enemies in the open world, what you're building, like everything changes the factors out. So, listen, I definitely like the game a lot. I absolutely do. And I think it's one of my favorites. Will it end up being my favorite at the end of the day? I don't know. But to me, it's like, I like the feeling of challenge. Oh, I'm going up against something I don't even know what it's going to be. Is there going to be a mini boss here? Is there going to be a bunch of normal enemies? Is there a camp to take over and find a rare item? Will I have to look for a secret area, secret dungeon? It just stopped making the noise. It just completely stopped making the noise. Anyway, but yeah, it just feels different. Even though when you go into the Legacy Dungeon, like actually playing through the castle, Stormvale Castle, felt just like old days. It did. But most of the game doesn't feel like that anymore, you know? It's like a mini dungeon, you know? You go into the catacombs and it lasts, what, 20 minutes? So it's like a miniature dungeon with the boss at the end. And then you got the big dungeons that are interesting. But man, it definitely feels different. I still like it. But it definitely feels like a different experience, and I'm curious, will it hold up by the end, or is it going to feel like a grind by the end? I guess we'll see. Right now, I'm like 30 some hours in. I'm still having a good time. Bob Chapek tipped me $5. Says, what do you like to buy at Costco? Would you like to visit my theme parks? I made them expensive so you won't find trashy people in there. I have no idea what that means. I don't know who Bob Chapek is. Apparently, this guy's impersonating someone. If I were to go to Costco, which, by the way, I haven't been to in a long time. COVID kind of screwed everything up. Before COVID, I was going to Costco regularly. And now I haven't gone in, like, a long time. Like, basically, when COVID hit and people started overbuying stuff and basically, panic buying, I haven't really been to Costco since then. When I went before COVID, I used to get the essential commodities that you can get very cheap there. For example, toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, cleaning supplies, detergent, laundry detergent, but also like, cleaning agent to clean your house, to spray, liquid detergent, for washing dishes, or even the dishwasher pods. Anything that you can buy in bulk and is a commodity like that was a lot of savings if you bought it at Costco. A lot of savings. But and other things I used to get, they had really good muffins. They had a good bake shop with good muffins. So, Bewildered, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not even going to bring it up because it sounds to me like you're talking about the tractor shit that I know nothing about, and I'm not going to bother talking about it. I don't even want to know about it. It has nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck. Really, I don't give a fuck. That's all. I don't care. So thank you for the super chats. I don't care. Okay. So yeah, the muffins. They have a really good bake shop there with good stuff. Usually we get like a pack or two of muffins. I think it's 2 packs you had to buy. So we get muffins. Every once in a while get something like that. Something that you could get. Or sometimes we get vitamins there, toothpaste, that kind of stuff. Anything that, again, something you can buy as a commodity in bulk and it costs less there. We would get usually. But like I said, sadly I haven't been there in 2 years. Yeah, I haven't been in Costco in 2 years. The next Feasting with the King, I have no idea, Crimson Tide. Feasting with the King only usually happens during marathon events that are rewards for hitting our membership goals. We haven't hit the membership goal. We did hit it in December. We did not hit it in January. Oh, excuse me. We did hit it in January. We did not hit it in February. And we are not even close to gaining any new members this month. We're almost halfway through the month, and we lost members and never gained any new ones. So I don't think it's time to be talking about Feasting with the King when we're not hitting any goals, right? No, never heard of GeoGuessr. Why not go back now? Don't have money. Balls burning. Here's what's happened in the last 2 years, okay? With the inflation, as bad as it is, my prices just going to a regular grocery store to buy the essentials have skyrocketed. So I keep telling people this. Here in the United States, I used to spend a certain amount a week on groceries and or the essentials when I go shopping. Now it's like, I'm not even kidding, it's like 1.5 times as much. So 50% increase in cost when I go grocery shopping. That 50% increase is what I used to use and save up and go to Costco with. So it would be like, okay, a little extra, you save it up over a month, you go to Costco, you buy your commodities with that extra money, for, say a couple $100 maybe, and then you don't have to buy it when you go grocery shopping. Now your grocery shopping bill's driven down. But I don't have that money anymore. It's gone. That money is essentially vanished because inflation's been so bad that it's, I don't have the money to go back. How much is gas? Here it's about $4.80 a gallon, and it's still going up badly. That's the thing. You're right, Balls Burning. I would save money going back to Costco, but you need the initial investment money to save the money. That's the problem. It's not like you can go to Costco, get everything for free. Oh, wow, thanks for this free visit to Costco. Now I'm stocked up and I don't have to spend money at the grocery store so I can afford to save up to go to Costco again. That's not how it works. I was doing fine, and then with inflation over the last 2 years, it sucked the money out, and now I don't have the money to go back. Plus, I would have to go and renew my membership, too, which I haven't renewed in like over a year, and that's what, $70 or something crazy like that? I don't even know. 50, 60, I don't even know. Jane, you almost done with the showcase mode of WWE. I hope it's good. Hope you've enjoyed it. Marty says, if I had to choose only one, would you rather live the rest of your life without garlic or onion? As an Italian, that's a tough decision because a lot of dishes that Italians eat have one or both. But likely I could go without garlic. Even though garlic is absolutely insanely good and is a key ingredient to many Italian dishes, I feel like onion actually is more important to more dishes. So I would prefer eating onions rather than garlic for the rest of my life. There you go. Yeah, gas prices are insane. The showcase mode is 3 hours long. Damn, that's not very long, is it? That kind of sucks. Jim says, if I ever consider getting an electric vehicle instead of gas like Costco, it's expensive up front but saves money. Exactly, and I don't have, number one, I don't have the upfront money. I have no credit. I wouldn't be able to get an electric vehicle if I wanted to get any vehicle right now. I can't. It's going to be many years before I get credit back that I'd even be considered for a loan or anything like that. That's number one. Number two, it's way more expensive to get it up front. And number three, there's not a lot of charging places around here. Like right now, at the top of my head, where are there electric car charging places? At my local Target, there's one. I know that. On the other side of town, we have a shopping center called The Landing, where there's a bunch of restaurants and a few different stores and shops, and they have one in their parking lot. Okay? Outside of that, I maybe have seen one or two others, but usually there's just not that many charging stations. And what people don't realize about electric cars is that you have to charge them all the time. That's how they work. It's not like, oh, I charge it once and I'm good for like a big trip. You charge it once, you're going to be charging it again and again and again during your drive. That's how they work. They don't have insanely high capacity battery cars. People just don't know that because they don't research them. So, you know, can you charge it at your house? Sure. If you're not going to go too far, if you're going to go anywhere of any distance, you got to charge it again along the way. That's how it works, you know. Okay, time to ban this idiot. There you go. Would I consider SNES or NES streams during downtime like with Game Pass? Might be interesting to mix it up. I had it for a while, and I did play a bunch of stuff, if you remember. When at first Nintendo Online added some of those games, I did play some of them. We didn't do a ton, but we did a good amount. And I even said I would like to go back and maybe play Zelda, Link to the Past, and stuff like that. But then really there wasn't that much interest. And I remember the the Genesis Mini came out. I played that for a little bit, and I actually was a few months where we got content out of that. And then that kind of died out too. Currently, I don't have a Nintendo Online subscription. I don't see the point. Like, why would I have it when I don't play Nintendo games online? Because I don't. You know, you don't need it. You really don't need that online subscription. You know, and it's funny because I just played Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's completely unnecessary. You don't need it for that game at all, as opposed to Sword and Shield, where you would see people running around the field and stuff. You just don't even need it for that game. So until there's a Nintendo game out that I want to play online with, there's no reason I would get that subscription back. But then maybe I would consider it. Yeah, that's right. One of the older games, Mother on NES, is available, right? Like the original? Yeah, the original. I don't know if I would play that. Rough around the edges playing an NES RPG in the modern era here. That's correct. Seattle's about an hour away. That's right. It's about an hour away to get to Seattle and then an hour to get back. Rugal Burns says, I remember at one point you played Dino Crisis. Did you ever get back to it? Yeah, we started over again. We got a little bit further. The first time I played it, it was a Halloween marathon. And I think I played it for like an hour. And then the second time I played it, it was a Halloween marathon. I think I played it for like 90 minutes. But that's as far as we get. And then no one really asks for it anymore. So I never played any further. People just seem to like it for like a Halloween thing, and that's it. My favorite Souls game is Dark Souls 1 currently. Will Elden Ring end up being my favorite FromSoft game after I finish it? Maybe. But right now, you know, Dark Souls 1. Lord Priapus, do not talk out of your ass. If you do that, you know what? I'm just going to ban you now. Because you're not supposed to be in here. You were banned 3 times already. You're a fucking jackass. He's such an asshole. I don't know why I put up with it. See, I become like way more patient since I became a YouTube streamer. And then what happens is people just come in here and get away with being fucking idiots. They'll literally contradict every word I say. Like I just said, it's about an hour to get to Seattle. Oh, Lord Pizza. Oh, no, it's 20 minutes. See, look at the map. It's 20 minutes. Okay, fucking jackass. It's 20 minutes if you drive on the highway at maximum speed with no traffic. There's never no traffic going to Seattle here, you fucking idiot. You have to take either a highway and sit in traffic like an asshole, which takes an hour, or you got to take the side roads, which takes an hour. It takes a fucking hour, you stupid jackass. Shut the fuck up. There you go. I would like to see a new Dino Crisis game, but they're not going to make it. You saw what they're making now. They're making this action-based game that's more like a co-op shoot-'em-up than any, like they said, it's Anthem plus dinos. So that's what they're going to make. Dino Crisis, they don't even think about making games like that anymore, you know? Guys, we only got about roughly 5 minutes left on stream, you know, just chilling here. Last chance to ask questions or whatever. Thanks to everyone who chilled. Thanks to everyone who engaged, liked the stream, supported the stream tonight. I appreciate it. Last chance if you would like to support the stream. It's gone completely silent in chat now. We went from 1 million people talking, it's just dead, no messages. What is going on? I quit playing Street Fighter because we couldn't get any more matches. There was no more matches to be had. We couldn't find a lobby anymore, so I gave up. Would I consider playing $6,000 to go to the new Star Wars hotel at Disneyland? Let me think about that for just 1 fucking second. Quite frankly, I don't know why anyone would do it. I really don't. I mean, there's fantasy, there's entertainment, and then there's I just like to blow money because I'm stupid. I don't know what else to say. That's pretty fucking dumb. Do I play Street Fighter for my personal sanity and enjoyment or for the fans? If I don't play Street Fighter, like let's say I take an extended break from Street Fighter, I crave it. I actually do. It starts to actually, like, man, I haven't played Street Fighter in a while, and now I crave it. There are other games that are like that, too. If I don't play, like, old-school RPGs like Final Fantasy 4 or 5 or Chrono Trigger, or excuse me, 4 or 6 or Chrono Trigger or Earthbound or Zelda or also like Mario, Super Mario World, you know, those games from when I was a kid. If I don't play those games every once in a while, I actually kind of feel a little sad and I start to crave them because I'm like, damn, those are the games I grew up with and I love them and I want to play them again. And that's why, you know, every few years I do. You noticed I actually did play Final Fantasy 4 and 6 a few years ago. But it's the same with Street Fighter, and it's actually more often than that. That, like, I grew up playing them, I played the shit out of them competitively, and if I don't play it for an extended period of time, I get a craving. Like, before the Street Fighter collection, there was Ultra Street Fighter 2. Before Ultra Street Fighter 2, we hadn't played Street Fighter 2 in a long time. It was pretty dead. If you think back, the last time I played it was, what, HD Remix? Which was, what, 2007, 2008? Right? It was the early time of me doing YouTube videos. Because then it was Street Fighter 4, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and then no one was playing the classics for the longest time. It wasn't until Ultra Street Fighter 2 that they came back to prominence. So, in a way, you know, Ultra Street Fighter 2 2017 to now, for about 5 years, I've actually been able to play Street Fighter 2 whenever I want because there's been an active version of it, which is awesome. And I like doing that. But yeah, like that, just because it's a game from my childhood. You know, I played it so much growing up, played it competitively in my 20s, and I do crave it from time to time. No. Only Fear of Death says, any other fighting games that would scratch the same itch like Super Turbo? Probably the only other ones would be like X-Men versus Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom 1 or 2, because those are the ones, the versus games that I probably played most competitively. And X-Men vs. Street Fighter is not very competitive, but it's still fun to play because it's just silly fun. Everyone has a crazy infinite. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, I still love those games. I haven't played them in years and years and years, but I guarantee you right now, if they came out with a version of them online, I could play them right now and enjoy them and get back into them competitively. So, but those would be the big ones. That's about it. I have no recollection, Rugal. He says the last playthrough you did for Final Fantasy VI was a PS1 version. I don't even know. Was it PC? Was it PS1? I have no idea. Do I have Disney Plus and is it worth it? We have it, and we only watch it. We barely watch it. We only watch it for like food shows, nature shows, vet shows. We don't watch the traditional stuff. We're not watching Star Wars. We're not watching Marvel movies. You know, we're not watching it for the big things that people watch it for. Thoughts on the House of the Dead remake? I'm excited for that. I hope it's good. They're remaking House of the Dead for Switch. The thing is, House of the Dead is very short. So I hope that it's either, if they're remaking it, maybe they're making it again with extra content, or maybe it's a collection, because that game is only about 20 minutes long, 25 minutes long tops. So imagine paying that, you know, oh, it's the House of the Dead remake. You pay like $60 for it. It's a 20-minute game. You know? Nope, haven't seen the new Pixar movie Red, didn't see West Side Story. We don't really watch movies. We don't really watch movies that often at all. We usually, if we're going to relax, we just watch a couple episodes of a television show that's like a relaxing TV show. It has to do with like animals or food or something like that. Or, like I said, recently we've been watching certain people play games. Like we watch them play Horizon Forbidden West. We watch them play Elden Ring. Of course, always behind where we are, so that way we're not spoiling. Or we listen to relaxing music. That's what we do. We don't sit around watching movies. We just don't. What's up, Rogue, now? You came at the very last minute. We're about to adjourn, man. Guys, I guess that's it. Thank you for chilling. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for those who did support the stream. Sorry that we didn't get as much Street Fighter gameplay as I would have liked. It really disappoints me that these collections are dying now. I mean, we have a new one right on the horizon, right? Less than 3 months. We're supposed to have this new collection coming in June where hopefully there'll be a reinvigoration. But I think I like the suggestion. Was it Jim? Was it you, Jim? I think that Jim had, I think that he had, suggested next week we start with Xbox. I think we'll do that next week. I think next week we should start with Xbox, see if we can find a lobby, see if we can do ranked matches, go from there, and if it's not working, then switch back to PlayStation. What is going on? Now a bunch of tips are coming out. I'm about to turn the stream off. So Bewildered has tipped me $10, says, you may be right, scratch that, you're right regarding the super chats I sent. As a matter of fact, my cat tonight sensed my anxiousness. You and my cat are trying to calm me down from my anxiousness and worry. I thank you for that. I have no idea what you're talking about. But thank you for the tip regardless. I really have no clue what this is a reference to, but thank you. And then Marty tipped me $4.20 and says, you should watch the TV show Lost, the best show ever. What did you know about it? I watched the entire series from start to finish. The first 2 or 3 seasons I loved, and then it kind of jumped the shark and made no sense when they left the fucking island and went back anyway. And then it got all stupid philosophical. Oh, the island, is it real? Is it not? Are they dead? Are they alive? It didn't make any sense, and it was really dumb. So Lost is the perfect example. That's the archetype. A show that starts strong, has an idea, but doesn't have an ending predicted yet. I think what it is they wanted to see how, excuse me, how was the show going to go? Would it be popular or not if they had this thriller, suspenseful show that nothing really made sense, to have this lingering air of mystery? So it's popular for 2 seasons, and they're like, well, we want to keep it going. Yeah, but we don't have any more ideas. Like, we had an idea for the end, but, well, we have to keep it going. Well, fuck it. Now we're screwed, and now the whole plot makes no sense. You know? Kind of like what happened with almost all these shows. These Walking Dead, are you kidding me? Why the fuck is Walking Dead still on TV? That should have ended 5 years ago. It's nuts. But yeah, that's what happens with these shows that just outstay their welcome for popularity purposes, and that's what happened. The end of that show was absolutely god-awful, made no sense, just interpret it how you would like. No. How about give me an ending, fucker? Why'd you pull another fucking Sopranos? Anyway, so thank you, Bewildered, and thank you, Marty, for those last-minute tips. I don't know where they came from, but thank you for that. Okay. Anything else? Absolute last chance. This will be the last chance to say something or ask a question, and then we're going to get out of here. Yeah, Walking Dead is shit now. Walking Dead started off really strong. The first 3-4 seasons I loved. And as soon as they got to the Negan plotline, I don't want to watch it no more. It was just like, drag it out, drag it out. Here's new characters you don't care about. Drag it out, drag it out. Here's new characters you don't care about. Kill a random character you cared about from the beginning of the show just for shock value. Drag it out, drag it out, drag it out. 7 seasons later, we finally stopped the fight with Negan. Wait, Negan's good now? Fuck you. Really, fuck you. I'm not watching that shit. Terrible writing. It's such bad writing, dude. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I liked Breaking Bad a lot. I did. Better Call Saul, I saw like 3 seasons of, excuse me, and then I never saw the rest. But I thought it was a good show. But I definitely like Breaking Bad. I thought it was a very well-written show and was entertaining right to the end. And actually had a definitive ending. Shocking. Alright, guys. I think that's it. Thank you for chilling with me. A little extra. I'm going to now upload the Street Fighter and this Q&A to DSPGaming. So, thanks. And see you tomorrow. Ooh.